Hey everybody out there, this is Dirty D with your Pro Sports Podcast. Today I'm going to be covering the Washington football team's overall draft grade. I'm going to try to refrain from using their nickname because I think it's offensive. Um, so if you think it's offensive too, drop a comment, drop a like, and subscribe. Drop the trifecta if you think it's offensive, and then it should be changed. Anyways, the Washington organization got an overall A minus draft grade from Bleacher Report, which um, I don't think it was a horrible draft. I think it was actually a pretty good draft, but I don't think that it was an A minus draft. I think it was an overall B minus draft. But Washington fans, if you disagree, go ahead and hop in the comments and let me know. If you think that if Washington fans, if you think that the nickname for your guys' franchise is offensive, um, drop a like, drop a comment, and subscribe. Drop the trifecta, and let's see if we can get that name changed, guys, because it is pretty offensive. So let me go ahead and jump into Washington's draft here, because overall, Bleacher Report gave you guys an A minus. I'm gonna give you guys a B minus, and I'll go into the draft here and explain why. So in the first round, with the second overall pick, uh, the Washington team drafted Chase Young, who was the best edge rusher in the draft this year, I believe. Uh, Almost like a Von Miller impact type guy. So that's a great pick up there. Then in the third round, with Washington's 66th pick overall, they picked up Antonio Gibson, wide receiver out of Memphis. That's a good pickup. You definitely want to surround Dwayne Haskins with as many playmakers as possible. Um, then you jump into the fourth round with the 108th pick overall. Sahadiq Charles, I think that's how you say that. Offensive tackle, LSU. And Mr. Charles, if that's not how you say your name, I apologize. I really do. I don't mean to be offensive, but yeah, so that's a good pick up there. Um, we want to, surround Dwayne Haskins with as many playmakers as possible, and then protect him protect him as much as possible. So I agree with with the third round pick and the fourth round pick. Then the second, fourth round pick was another receiver, Antonio Gandy Golden out of Liberty, wide receiver. So again, that's another good pickup. Um, I definitely don't disagree with surrounding your young quarterback with weapons or um, protection. So far so good. Definitely a B at least right now. Um, then in the fifth round, with the 156th pick, Keith Ismail, center out of San Diego State. Again, not a bad pick at all. Um, Protection or weapons for your young quarterback and Dwayne Haskins. I don't disagree with those picks. Um, I think those are actually really good picks. But then it's here when we start getting into the later rounds um, that I just disagree with the overall draft for Washington. Um, for example, the 162nd pick overall, Khalid Hudson, linebacker, Michigan. Again, you got a young quarterback. I think this is one of those drafts where you have to address building around that kid, and I don't think they did it enough. As far as uh, I think every pick should have either once you got Chase Young, you got your impact, you got your Von Miller. Once you got your Von Miller, start making moves and start picking up people to bring in. Um, and set up the offense around that kid, Dwayne Haskins. That's just me. That's just my opinion. Washington fans, if I'm wrong, hop on here and let me know. Drop me a comment and let me know what's up. Perhaps the defense needed more addressing out in Washington than I was aware of. And maybe I'm wrong. Educate me. I don't mind. I'd love to hear from you guys. Um, and then in the seventh round, uh, Cameron Curl, safety out of Arkansas, and in the seventh round, James Smith Williams, defensive end out of North Carolina State. Excuse me. So where I have the big issue here is the last three picks are for the defensive side of the ball. I don't mind if you're going to build that defense up. I really see this team uh, making a push to be almost like the Tim Tebow, Von Miller, Denver Broncos that snuck into the or backed into the Division West title back before Peyton Manning came. So I mean, like I said, I think this is a good draft, but I think there was a lot more availability of weapons, of um, not just weapons, but uh, there was just a lot more out there and available guys, and I feel like um, Washington could have done a better job. I think Ron Rivera, might have some some sneaky picks, and actually, like I said, I don't think that they did a terrible job. So I think the B minus is a very good draft grade, a very fair draft grade, especially the way I divvied out the draft grades. I just don't think this was an overall A minus draft grade for Washington. I think signing Ron Rivera in the offseason for Washington was a huge pickup, and I think that that pushes the overall offseason grade for Washington to an A minus. But grant, again, my grade did not involve the offseason. It is solely based on the draft. And solely being based on the draft, I can say that Washington had a good draft, but a B minus overall draft. But again, Washington fans, if you guys disagree, drop in the comments and let me know. Jump in the comments, let me know for sure. Uh, if you like my opinion, drop a like. If you like the idea of the platform, go ahead and drop the trifecta. That's a subscribe, a like, and a comment. And if anyone out there is watching and they think that the team's nickname is offensive and needs to be changed, drop a like, drop a comment, and if you really, are with me on that one, let's change something. Let's start this platform up. Drop the trifecta, subscribe, like, and comment, and let's start a movement. Let's start a movement. Hashtag change Washington's mascot. Thank you guys, and as always, I appreciate you guys, and thanks to everyone who's watching.